Suck the.
Hey guys, guess what? We are just too sweet.
Welcome to an all-new Attention Wrestling Disorder, episode 41, where I am RJ Show and I look like shit right now. Anyway, and I'm gonna go with that.
I am the Chucky Hashi, the Chuck Coffee, the Chuck tag team of the beer. I'm going to wear this shirt because I'm very angry about the miscarriage of justice against Carl Anderson on Smackdown. And of course, next to me is
the Hot Rod 521, your six-time and current ELW fantasy champion.
The only person in the whole wide world who still watches main event in WWE for some reason. Let's the show keep going.
I'm pretty sure I'm not, but okay.
I'm pretty sure you are. No one watches main event. Except
you're not the only one who watches Level Up, but you are the only one who
Level Up.
Down too.
If there is wrestling to be watched, the Hot Rod 521 is watching it.
What if it was like...
If there was two guys wrestling in a bathroom while a guy was taking a shit, Rod would watch it on TV and televised it.
Degenerate, I swear.
He would watch that as a match, and he would be attached to the toilet.
The degeneracy that comes out of Chuck's mouth.
But what if it was like two wrestlers in a bingo hall playing bingo?
He'd watch that too.
Yeah, I know.
And then in Fantasy League, that would be more points to the match because that's a game.
Oh, yeah.
I swear.
So, like, if like Austin Theory was on having an off day, I don't know why I'd think he would play bingo. But let's say some WWE guy decides to go to a bingo hall and play bingo and Rod gets word of it. Does that mean now that if someone has that guy that they're going to get like 50 billion points?
You got to stop.
They're doing Raw, Smackdown and stuff, yes. But if it's just like some random, no.
Here's the thing. You just gave WWE the next idea. You know that next week it's going to be Happy Corbin versus Otis in a bingo match.
I swear.
Well, actually, we have to talk about that because now that Baron Corbin killed off Happy Corbin, I don't know. Well, he's going to.
Actually,
do you want to start with NXT, or do you want to start with?
You can start with the best. Since it's happening like in. Well, the pre-show's happening like in 2.5 hours.
Yeah, but
Ron will be the only one to watch the pre-show.
Yeah, but no one wants to see that asshole
Sam Roberts in the pre-show.
No one wants to see that piece of shit Sam Roberts.
That I actually agree with, but they do got a match on the pre-show, so.
I only would watch a pre-show if there was a match. There's a match on the pre-show?
Yeah.
What match?
Metaphor against Frazier Lee, Ulysses Dion and Valentina Feroz.
Okay. Yeah, I'll pass. The only reason I'd watch that match is to see Dragon Lee, but he shouldn't even be in that match.
Yep, that's the only reason it's worth watching.
Nathan Frazier is freaking awesome. Thank you.
Nathan Frazier's okay.
You know what? That's such a shitty match. It's Nathan Frazier, Dragon Lee, and I don't even know who the hell.
Wrestlers.
There's two other girls. Pile of garbage.
They definitely aren't, but okay.
It sounds like we're talking about an Impact event. I might go take a nap.
What you said FDR. What is FDR?
What they should have done is after NXT when they had Noam Dar come out with his own freaking Heritage Cup, they should have just had him and Frazier tonight. Heritage Cup for Heritage Cup. Have them both on the line.
Let's talk about pieces of shit cancers that think they're the real champion and taking it away from the champion who's actually on the show.
Oh, don't even get me started on that nonsense.
Where do we start? Because I'm pissed off about it.
This is more valuable than Great American Bash in a few hours.
So should we start with the Great American Bash?
Yes.
We're touching on the American Bash. What are you doing? You just harboring anger on the greatest wrestler going right now?
Debut. We haven't seen Baron Corbin in this new, haven't really seen him, other than
There's no
talking.
gimmick needed.
Is he technically the lone wolf again, or he just do it the one time? I haven't watched the
No,
next.
one time now he's like pulling out his inner Chris Candido with his no gimmicks needed gimmick.
Hey,
So here's my question. Does it make sense? Baron Corbin's kind of reinventing himself. Should he really be going up against a guy who was signed like 18 years ago and is finally getting TV time?
Because we all know Steve's is winning. They're not going to have him make his debut to lose. We all know he's winning.
Yeah,
Well,
we all know he's
anything.
winning, but why does it have to be against a guy who's reinventing himself? No.
Because WWE makes great booking decisions, let me tell you.
I'm aware of that. But the great fucking decisions as far as NXT go are from the leader of the clique himself.
Yeah.
But hey, he's making up for it by giving us that badass main event tonight.
I don't really give a fuck about
winning because I think Hayes is going over to the main roster.
who is.
You can't have both of them go at the same time.
Why not?
You can't have both Breaker and Hayes go.
Why not, Rod?
Because who else is going to lead NXT besides freaking Dragunov?
Why the fuck isn't Braun Breaker on the main roster right now?
He's probably on his way. Why else would they have him lose the Dragunov?
Isn't he supposed to go up against Von Wagner?
But that's gonna be a short-lived feud. It wouldn't surprise me if Von wins and that's Breaker's send-off.
That's what they should do. They should be setting Braun on the main roster. He's too good for NXT now.
Should have been on the main roster.
Usually after SummerSlam, there's some kind of call-up.
When Carmelo Hayes beat him, that should have been it.
Nope, they should a heel turn.
So you could do the heel turn on the main roster.
I agree, but again, this is WWE we're talking about. They like to do stupid booking. But then again, all companies do stupid booking, so I can't even say that.
Hold on a second. There are two WWEs. And it looks like it's blending, but we don't know that for sure. Because we don't work for the WWE. But it really feels like Vince has been dipping his hands in Triple H's candy jar lately. Cookie jar.
What'd
you say, Rod?
Of course Vince has.
It looks
maybe not this week because he had a spinal surgery, but overall, he has.
Let's talk about. All right, do we want to jump to SmackDown or do we want to stay on course with NXT?
Let's finish the mashup.
We're almost done. Yeah, let's be a little.
We didn't even get started. So you have the match that I don't give a fuck about. Unfortunately, Dragon Lee has to be in that match. Next.
Poor Dragon Lee. I got Gallus against the D'Angelo family.
For the tag titles. This the match our good friend Brian needs the D'Angelo family to win, otherwise he gets eliminated.
Who gets eliminated? Oh, yeah.
Brian.
Our buddy Mannix.
Oh, yeah. Oh, he's right. I forgot he's still
Mannix to win fantasy for you, Rod. I think Mannix needs to win. Now that I'm retired, we need Mannix to win.
Well, he better hope that the D'Angelo family wins, because if Gallus retains, he's done.
I'm over Gallus. They were good at first. Now I'm just like, okay, they're just there now.
I think it would be awesome, like for Florida. Well, for the indie scene, if Mother Lover goes over. That's Stax's old name, as I've pointed out many times.
You're a mark, RJ. You fucking mark.
I happen to have seen the dude wrestle prior to being Lorenzo Stax, whatever.
I actually like D'Angelo and Stax. They're actually entertaining. I don't really care for Gallus anymore. I'm over them.
I don't know, man. I feel like it's just a weird mix now that like UK is done and
it's awkward. I feel like it doesn't That's what I'm saying. Like,
and speaking of that, the reason why like Europe hasn't was there because everybody thought went from Money in the Bank being in England. That's when like NXT Europe was going to debut, but that's been pushed to the back burner because of the Endeavor freaking merger.
I still think that it didn't make sense for certain wrestlers to be in a program called NXT UK. Because, and I'm talking about like Miko Samura, change the name, because when you're saying UK is certain, certain countries. But then you have someone from Japan. It doesn't make sense.
Well, New Japan, half the guys in New Japan are gaijins, but no one complains about that.
But that's different.
True.
It's different though.
Is it because it's a WWE branded product?
No, it's because it's not called like New Tokyo. The UK is like
What?
3 countries, like 3 or 4 countries. UK is what? North Ireland, England,
Scotland.
Scotland.
and Wales.
Yeah.
So, so it's weird to call it UK, because that's when you have, and then throw in like, what's his name? A Kid, who's from what, Spain, right? Or
Yeah.
whatever he calls himself now.
Axiom.
But then you would call it Europe, right? But then Japan's not part of Europe.
I
So
think
would
it's
you
called
call
UK because it was predominantly aired in the UK.
But it wasn't aired in the UK. It was aired on the network, which is all over the globe. It's not just
No, but I'm saying
Well, yeah,
the
but,
events in the UK was my point. I'm sorry. I should have been more clear. It was the events were in the UK.
I'm being literal RJ right now, but
Oh, we know. It's all good. It's all good, man.
Well, so we have all these things. NXT. I think one of the best what I want to see tonight, because I just want to see where this goes. I want to see the triple threat.
Oh, for the North American title?
And if you ask me, the guy who always comes this short to anything happening, I don't think he should be in it.
Mustafa Ali.
Mustafa Ali, yeah.
Well, it
always
wasn't really
falls
supposed to be
short.
West versus Ali, so you can't just not have him in the match.
Well, right, he was supposed to be in it originally, but I don't know. I think we all want, as much as he's hated, secret people really want to see Dom keep going.
Dominic Mysterio is on point right now. I'm just gonna say this
right now. Like, after this, I really hope like whoever wins between Dragunov and Hayes, Wesley's the next challenger.
I do want to see Wesley continue on the path to go up when his
I think he will. If he doesn't win the title back tonight, I think that's his next step. Is him becoming
go back to Impact, do the Rascals.
Wesley
Yeah, no.
being a singles competitor was probably the smartest thing that ever happened to his career.
Probably.
Well, unfortunately, it was really no choice of that happening due to the circumstances that caused that to happen.
Isn't that guy back in Impact too?
Yeah, Rod, but they didn't have to put the North American title on him. Obviously, someone saw something in him.
That was a brilliant decision because he, in my opinion, wound up becoming the greatest North American champion of all time.
Exactly. You're saying, oh, what else were they supposed to do with him? They could have just thrown him out, to dry and hung him out to dry. But no.
Because all that happened, none of that was his fault.
Right. Chuck, can you translate for me?
Yes, I can translate. I'm saying they could have done anything with this guy. They could have thrown him another bullshit tag team. They could have done any dumb bullshit with him. But they were smart and they gave him a good push because that happened.
And
they rewarded him for his partner's shitty behavior.
He got lucky, and he's fucking talented as hell, and he does. You know what? He earned it. He earned it. I'm not gonna do the "you deserved it." He earned it.
You deserve it. He deserves it.
But nothing really. But the thing is, he also has that. There also is that problem though with Wesley, especially Why am I staring at your fan, Rod? Why the hell am I
Oh my
staring at
God,
your
put my
fan?
phone down for a second, jeez.
Okay. And I just hit my foot on the table and it hurt. Okay, what was I saying? You know, if he goes
rambling
to the
about
main
something.
roster, since Vince is once again
I hope that doesn't
in
happen
charge,
anytime soon.
I don't think Triple H's presence can rescue him entirely if what we're seeing on TV is a result of Vince. I definitely feel like Vince's presence has been felt in WWE lately on TV. And I worry that
Look how many of the Triple H guys have been
what?
doing nothing since Vince came back. That's why Eric Young left. He saw the writing on the wall.
Well, Cross did win the match, but to what cost? Because it didn't benefit the other person. And we'll get into that in a little bit. But
Holding
let's
my
keep
thoughts.
going down.
No,
We
we're
got
staying focused, guys. I'm going on a whole rant about my shirt. So no, not yet.
we got two of the hottest women on NXT battling each other tonight.
We talk about Stretch and Hal.
Yes.
There we
I
go.
feel like they say if one eye is hot, they should strike it and give Hale the championship.
I do like.
I mean, Kid Q was a comedy act, but now it's become one of the most popular acts in all NXT.
Yeah, I mean, it's a little ridiculous with the jumping and the, but she's talented.
She's over as hell right now. People love her.
I've seen her wrestle. I mean, she wrestled in AEW at one point in Dark under her real name or her other wrestling name. I know she's wrestled, on the indies prior to, even though she's like really young.
I really think WWE should pull the trigger and give her the title tonight. She's hot right now.
I agree with you. I do want to see Thea Hale with the belt. I think that would be good. I mean, Stratton's shown what she can do, but yeah, it's time to move on.
The reign has been though. Like the reign has been meh.
Yeah, like I said, she's shown what she could do. It's time to move on. You know what I found out the other day? Cora Jade actually wrestled on Dark.
Who did?
Cora Jade.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like as Stephanie the Vampire. So I forget the name.
Yeah. A lot of them they have.
A lot of what's her name? Kiana Rod.
People used to hate on Dark or Dark Elevation, but you look back now, how many people wrestled on there? How many people wrestled on there?
Well, that's kind of the good thing about enhancement, because like a lot of those guys move on.
Nathan Fraser.
And you don't realize it until you go back and watch it. Oh shit! Because you wouldn't know, because you didn't know that he's not playing.
Because you had like these people that you didn't know. Now these people that you didn't know are on these other companies now.
Right? Because again, like a lot of them, every wrestler we like is like that because at some point they have to start somewhere. And we didn't pay any attention because they were just fed to the guy they were trying to push anyway.
Really hate my hair right now.
That's the whole system.
You know what would be interesting, but it probably won't happen for a while.
What's that?
Unless they decide to pull the trigger.
What's that?
If Brian Pillman is actually, if Brian Pillman shows up tonight, that would be cool.
I hope he does.
He could be in the crowd tonight, They've done that before.
I bet they're going to call him Brian Pillman and not Brian Pillman Jr.
Hot Rod, kayfabe, 521 in the house, everybody.
Yep, there he is. You know that when anytime a junior goes to
WWE, they take the name off. Yeah, they do.
So Brian Pillman may show up. Hopefully, I would like that.
We'll see what happens. See what happens.
I think that's great. But if they do, if Brian, now that Brian Pillman has been training in the performance center,
what they're saying.
They better fucking use him better than AEW did.
AEW didn't know what they had with him. The Varsity Blondes.
MLW, he was really good at MLW.
I know. I was about to say that too. I feel like Tony Khan did know what they had with him, but I don't know. It just didn't.
Problem was the blondes didn't get over as good as the Acclaim did. 'Cause you gotta remember, those were the two top taxis that came from the whole Dark and Dark Elevation.
But Acclaim was more over, exactly.
Got over the blondes. That once Julia Hart left the blondes, that was the death nail.
Yep, Julia Hart who definitely held that together. But you can see,
and then when Griff got injured, that was the closing of the casket.
What they should have done was give what they're doing now with other guys.
Absolutely nowhere.
Brian Pillman should have turned heel.
Giving him the loose cannon gimmick.
They should have tried.
Or giving him something.
Yeah, but they should have tried him as a heel.
Try and find his inner skills and bring those out.
What's his name? Him and Arn's kid, Brock, they should have become a heel tag.
Should have.
I mean, it doesn't work for everyone. I mean, you could be.
Brock seems like he just lacks a lot of charisma.
Brock Anderson is the most boring wrestler I have ever watched.
I want to
More
go
boring than Impact? What?
Listen, I'm surprised Brock Anderson isn't working for Impact because he's so boring. It was like watching Lance Storm in 2003, Brock Anderson. Jeez.
Oh my God, fuck yeah, you hater.
Show a damn facial expression. Show something convincing. Anything.
Let's get back to
I would watch Dark or Dark Elevation, Brock Anderson about it. I would actually leave the room because it was so bad and painful to watch.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I didn't really get anything from, but what? Okay, keep going with NXT.
Let's keep going. Yeah, I agree.
I want the Roxanne Perez, Glad Davenport weapons filled match.
What happened?
I hope Blair Davenport kicks her ass because we don't need Roxy.
I love Blair Davenport.
We don't need Roxy.
Oh my God, you're a hater.
I never liked her.
This is Ospreay winning this.
Oh, never liked her.
We know, trust me.
Never liked her.
I'm team Mrs. Ospreay.
Are they still together?
I think so, yeah.
Because I don't know. I read somewhere that they broke up, but I don't know if that was true or not.
I don't know. I think they're still together.
The internet's full of shit. You never know.
Oh, no, they did actually split. Okay. Oh, no, they did actually split finally.
Yeah, like last year, right?
2021, I tell a lie. Yeah, no, 2021 they split up. I don't know.
I don't honestly know. I don't know, because I could have sworn I heard an interview with Will Ospreay that from a few months ago of this year.
That sounds about right.
So I don't know. And I thought they were still together. I have no fucking idea.
Fact about Will Ospreay, I did not know this. Apparently, Will Ospreay suffers from ADHD and high functioning autism.
I did know that because he brought it up on Renee Paquette's podcast.
Oh, did he? I didn't listen to it, but I heard that. That's interesting.
He brought it up on Renee Paquette's podcast. So I did know that.
Will Ospreay on this show, he'd fit in perfect.
I know, right? We'd be like, what the hell's wrong with you guys? Oh, wait. Never mind.
Have you met us? We're a bunch of degenerates.
I definitely, I'm the poster child for ADHD on this show.
We all have our own cases of it. Don't you worry.
But all right, Rod, keep us going. I want Davenport to win. Keep going.
I'm going with Perez on this. So we get the rubber match.
Fuck her.
Hater.
I don't like her.
Mark.
I don't like her, and I'm allowed to dislike anyone, like whoever I want in wrestling. It's my.
No one said you weren't.
No, I'm talking to. I'm just saying. No, well, I know that, but I'm just saying to anyone who wants to say, "Oh, you're just an internet." Blah, blah, blah. Fuck you. I could. Oh, like I said, if I met those people, everyone except
the trolls I hate the most were the ones that say all those negative body shaming comments about Taya Valkyrie the other day. That was not cool. Those are the types that can go fuck themselves.
Taya Valkyrie's overrated.
Well, again, I don't
you hater.
Oh, I mean, Ty Valkyrie, which the new Bret Hart, she's a babyface this week and a heel the next week.
Pipe
Yeah,
down,
well,
hater.
that was for Canada. Obviously, she did pull a Bret Hart in Canada, and then she's back to being her normal self.
I mean, just because somebody has one bad match doesn't give you the right to go around body shaming them. That's not cool whatsoever.
I missed that. Apparently during the when she was giving, I think the first finisher, they fell or something.
Yeah. It happens, jeez, but you know, some of these trolls to go
But
around
they
body shaming
they
because that
recovered.
happens.
Or you can go on Botchamania, it'll be right there for you.
They recovered though with
Exactly.
the Valhalla turning into
I mean, if you wanna, what's it? Because the boss, fine, but you're gonna go body shaming over one boss? Are you fucking kidding me? Get a life.
how about this? Go in the ring and try it yourself.
Exactly.
Oh, what, you can?
I'll go to her face and tell her that. Watch how quickly you get knocked the fuck out.
I just want to see them like you're gonna say, oh, they botched it. Do it then. Go, you try it. You try it.
Right, you get up in there, show how it's done this. Since you're so great at it, you get in there, show how it's done this.
That's the problem, man. Like, it
That's
happens.
the thing I hate about the internet and social media, man. It gives all these trolls this platform without no repercussions.
Yeah, it's gonna look shitty on TV, but it happens. But at the end of the day, can you do it?
Right? They
You're
aren't
gonna fuck
perfect.
it up
Mistakes are
too.
gonna
I agree. I
happen.
agree. No, no. Like,
You're
if
gonna
you
fuck it up too.
it's like you're not wrestling. What do you know? You can't do it. They're trained. You're not. Shut the fuck up and enjoy the show. Shut the fuck up and enjoy the show. And if you don't want to enjoy the show, then just shut the fuck up and leave us all alone.
Exactly.
I tried training in a ring. I failed miserably.
But at least you tried.
Yeah, I tried, but I still failed. But that's the thing. At least I can say that I've been closer to doing something than all these other.
Then all these trolls that think, these armchair trolls.
I saw how to take a bump, and I went into the position to do it, but I never finished. I never finished it, so I don't know how. I never executed it, but I kind of saw what's the word, like the fundamentals of it.
You saw
Yeah.
the basics of how to do a bump.
I was taught the stance, but I didn't execute it. So that's what I'm saying, man. Like, there's a lot of these critics. You're gonna body shame. You're gonna talk shit. How about you try doing this shit that a
Right.
lot of us wish we could do?
Right. Exactly.
Anyway,
I'm a fan because I can't
keep
do
going.
it.
Keep going.
What's left? I think we touched everything.
How? Okay, so
The
Braun.
woman title, the weapons filled mask,
Talk about Dominic. That's the match I want to see, because I just want to.
to me, it's the main event, man. Dragunov and Mella that's gonna be a huge banger right there. That I can't call that. That match could legit go either way.
I don't know. I'm not I mean, the way it's going to be a great executed match, but I'm just not feeling the promos. And I feel like Trick Williams is the third wheel. Like I'm waiting for him to like turn on Mello already.
Well, that's how they're going to get him off of NXT. They'll probably have it that way, and then Trick Williams will be a top heel, and maybe he'll be the one. That's actually, that's how you get them both on there at the same time. You have Trick Williams turn on Carmelo Hayes when he drops the belt. Then Carmelo's go to Raw or SmackDown, and then Trick Williams is your top heel. There you go. I just booked for you. WWE, you're welcome. Take my advice.
Honestly, man, to be honest with you, it's really, if you watch it as closely, if you watch it like religiously and constantly, it's really not hard to come up with ideas.
No.
Because newer ideas maybe, but like because it seems like a lot of these ideas get
Right.
recycled or reused in other ways, in other
They've
promotions.
been doing that for years though. Like every 15 years, wrestling recycles itself entirely. Especially WWE's booking. You can see it too.
Which is why it's good that AEW doesn't micromanage to the point of WWE where they allow their guys to be super creative, because then you have like the shit that Jericho's been coming up with, and then you have the double clothesline and all the, even though it's like entertainment, it's still popping the crowd.
Right. I agree. I just hope that with time that AEW doesn't fall into those patterns. It's still new enough that they're not going to recycle yet. I mean, they could, but they haven't like circled enough for it to go to the level WWE has.
It just seems, well, all right. I wanna before we touch AEW, let's talk about the bullshit that happened. Let's talk about your shirt.
All right, where's the beer? All right, take the beer. Where's my beer? Where's my beer? All right.
That's good.
My beer. All right. So
you want to take the lead on this?
Yes, I am. Because
all right, you take the lead on it.
Listen. I love Karrion Kross. I love his push. I love this whole angle with AJ Styles and Karrion Kross in the match. It's going to be a great match. But you just
better happen at SummerSlam.
It will. But here's what pissed me off. I love Carl Anderson. I love the club. I love the Good Brothers, whatever you want to call them. Excuse me, a little choked up, but
they're always going to be the Good Brothers, no matter where they still are referred to as the Good Brothers. Go on, because I agree with you that you want to.
The problem I had with that match was that they just made Carl Anderson look like absolute shit in that match.
Can you say it for what it is? Can one of you say it for what it is? What it was? Besides absolute shit.
It was stupid. It was just they're trying to get this dynamic of Scarlett and carrying over, and they had Scarlett did 90% of the work that cost the match. It just made him look like shit. Like
it was a squash match. It was a squash match.
And I was trying to say it without actually saying it. Damn it! It was.
You can't have Kross. You can't be saying Kross the badass heel, but then you have Scarlett winning his matches for him. That's what a chicken shit heel is supposed to be. Kross at his size is not supposed to be a chicken shit heel.
No, he's supposed to be a badass heel.
I'm not even mad that he got squashed. I'm mad that they had Scarlett do 90% of the work to get him squashed.
What I'm mad about is that
even though Anderson shouldn't be getting squashed to begin with.
If Triple H, the way I believe he has booked other matches, that match should have been the main event we saw last night on Collision with the tag titles. That match should have gone back and forth, and it should, with them both doing a lot of work.
And should have gotten some offense in. I'm more upset that they had Scarlett be the deciding factor in him getting squashed.
Unfortunately, all these people that re-signed because they saw Triple H took over, they're probably now regretting it now that Vince is back.
Well, they didn't think Vince was going to come back, so of course, if Triple H is going to give them these promises and all this money, then why would they?
We all believe that Vince McMahon, because I don't want to be like these idiots that think they know what they're talking about. I want to say that we believe, based on what we're seeing, that it has Vince. It seems so Vince-like.
Right.
And let's talk about another thing that I feel that Vince fucked up. The crowd's been chanting what name lately?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, unfortunately, Vince is not as big of a fan of him as everybody else is.
Well, here's the thing. Vince tried to get rid of him, but Triple H said, nah, as LA would say.
Nah. He said, nah.
Nah.
But here's LA Knight.
This is my thing, too. This is the thing that confuses me the most. you now got Theory against Santos, which a lot of people believe Santos is winning the U.S. title. Why is that match not on the SummerSlam card? Why we gotta wait 2 weeks for it? Why do you not have that match on SummerSlam?
That's very Vince of them.
Because they want to.
That's another problem.
They want to give SmackDown ratings. It's to give SmackDown ratings. That's it.
Probably Fox.
Or Fox. They want to give Fox one, or Fox wants to.
Probably the network getting in the ear of WWE. It's probably
it's a ratings move. That's it. It's a ratings move. That's really all it is.
So there's that, but LA. I'm sorry, but I'm not sorry. LA Knight should have won that match. And what does he do? He just beats the shit out of Ashanti the Adonis, who hasn't been doing shit lately.
Right.
When was the last time you saw Hit Row wrestle? I haven't seen them in a while.
When was the last time anybody cared about Hit Row? There's a real question.
Oh, don't say main event. Okay. When's the last time you've seen them on SmackDown wrestle?
When they had that gauntlet match to determine who was going to face KO and Sammy, that SmackDown right before Money in the Bank.
That was like that was like 3 years ago.
A few weeks ago. Jeez, Money in the Bank was this freaking month. So.
Oh, by the way, I have to correct myself. I made a comment when Rod was gone last week. I'm just going to correct myself and call myself the idiot. I said, oh, they should put Young against Diener now he's back. And hey, idiot, meaning me. Who do you think he returned to fight, moron? That was me being an idiot. I'm like, and now they're obviously in a program together. But yeah, me being the idiot, he returned to face Diener, and I made some stupid comment like, "Oh, that's who he should be facing." Or he did face.
And they did that, so you basically just called it.
Yeah, but I'm basically calling myself an idiot for how
for everybody.
So I'm like basically hating on myself right now. Anyway, back to what we were talking about. LA Knight should be the one going up against Theory. Yes, Santino. Did I just say Santino? Santos.
Yeah, Santos.
Santos Escobar should be. Yeah, you know what? Let him go there too. I want to see that match. I want to see that match. But what pissed me off about it was that it was, let's get Rey Mysterio over so they could fight each other. And what good did that do? From what I'm hearing, that was not part of the match.
Yeah, Rey legit got injured.
Unfortunately. Well, do we know that's true though?
Yeah, it's true that he really legit got injured.
Okay, because again, I don't trust what dirt sheets and I where did you hear it?
I saw it on Wrestling Inc. and Wrestling Inc. is usually very, very accurate. So,
and the thing is, I do another one that's usually accurate, but sometimes they base their news on the stories. So that I don't like that. Like sometimes
Rod loves kayfabe.
They say kayfabe is what I'm saying.
Rod reads kayfabe news and believes it.
Yeah, honestly,
ass up.
What happened?
Degenerate.
What? Because you read kayfabe news and think it's real?
Yeah.
Well, here's why.
Loyal viewers, do not listen to him on that, please.
Here's why I question it. Although Theory is really good at what he does, because right after that whole thing happened, you see Theory in the crowd, and he's like doing the crybaby. Oh, he's hurt. Oh,
Yeah.
So if that was not planned, then he's very good with timing.
How he's supposed to know what? No one knew at the time if it was legit or not. Especially being all the way up there, you ain't gonna be able to tell.
But his reaction, it either shows that, oh, you're good at going with the flow, or this was part of the show.
Right.
Those are the two things. Either that's what it shows. Either you're a good ad-libber, can roll with the punches, or it was part of the show.
True.
Or maybe someone said something to him that off camera,
Maybe.
like, "Oh, he's injured, react," or some shit. I don't know.
Maybe. You don't know.
I don't know. I wasn't there.
Neither was I. Neither was I.
Yeah, I gotta tell you guys.
Oh, but speaking of LA Knight, I did buy myself an LA Knight shirt. So next podcast, I will have an LA Knight shirt because I realize I'm due for new wrestling shirts because I've worn all of my wrestling shirts on our podcast now.
I gotta buy new ones.
I also got a Roman Reigns shirt. So.
Showing Rod's fan.
That's because Rod doesn't
Oh
know how
my
to hold the
god,
phone.
he's trying to hold my freaking phone. Jeez.
I don't care. I don't want to look at your fan.
Eat it against something, keep your
But
face.
anyway,
You know what, Rod?
speaking of buying new things, I see these new WWE pops I need to get. Man, AEW needs to start making some pops so I can collect them.
You think they would after CM Punk did Cancer Master Punk?
Oh yeah, that'd be one pop I won't be getting for my collection.
Oh, I'll be buying the pump pop. That'd be the only pop I'd buy.
That's
Well,
good
since
because
he
that's
did
gonna
that
be
on
one of the only pop I
AWTV,
don't
I
buy.
actually liked him. And then he became a piece of shit. By the way, Rod.
Well, guys, I know what you're talking about.
By the way, Rod.
He's a dead cancer.
If I see that fan one more time, you will be seeing Tidy Whitey's RJ.
Okay,
Already-
thanks. So now I know not to look at the
already booking
camera.
the
Now I
match.
know not to look at
I'm
the
already
camera. Now
booking
thanks
the
for the heads
match.
up.
I'm already booking the match. Tidy Whitey versus Hot Rod Fancock. It's happening.
Such a degenerate.
That's not going to work for me because that fan will like cut into my arm.
Hot Rod Fancock.
Yeah,
You know?
I'm going to win against. I'm going to win against a blade. Okay.
Oh my god.
The Fancock. I'm calling this episode the Fancock.
Fancock.
Calling it the Fancock.
Tidy Whitey's versus Fancock.
That's it. It's over.
The fuck? Yeah, Tidy Whitey's
I'll
versus.
be right back, guys. I gotta make some arrangements for that. Talk amongst yourselves. I'll be back in a moment.
Oh shit.
Making some arrangements, making some phone calls.
Degenerate.
Anyway. All right, so I'm lost. Rod, bring us back because I'm lost.
We was discussing SmackDown from Friday night.
All right, so yeah, I feel
This
that
week is all the this week is all the SummerSlam go home shows for WWE.
Well, how is it? Well, the SummerSlam's not till next week, so you can't even call
That's what
this.
I'm saying. This week coming up is all the go home shows. Raw, SmackDown.
You know what would have been really cool, but obviously they saved it for this one.
What?
How good for like cross branding would it have been? Well, maybe they could still do it if Dominic defends his NXT North American Championship against someone from the roster, the NXT roster at SummerSlam.
That would be pretty cool.
That would be good booking.
Friday Night SmackDown was the first SmackDown we've had in a while that we had no Judgment Day on it.
Wait, no, didn't Dominic defend the title against Butch? Butch?
No, that was last week.
Oh, it was? Okay. I don't know. So much shit's happened.
Oh wow! And what's it? Tomorrow's the official Cody Rhodes becoming the American Nightmare documentary on Peacock tomorrow.
I hope they talk about his time in AEW too.
I'm pretty sure they probably will.
Because I feel that him being you know, in the backstage side of things, is also a big part of what, you know, of who he is today. Obviously, him when you know that the whole thing started
All
with
right,
Cody.
gentlemen, it's been booked. It has been booked next week on pay-per-view. You heard right, pay-per-view. It's going to be RJ Whiteys versus Hot Rod Fancock in a Brian Mannix on a forklift match.
Oh my
Oh.
God, something you're degenerate.
And you can now order it at 1-800-CENA Sucks. That's 1-800-CENA-SUX. See you
Yeah,
next
well,
week.
you know that number
1-800
don't exist.
degenerate.
All right, carry on, gentlemen.
We were kind of just talking a little bit about the Cody Rhodes doc that's coming out on
Oh, it's on Peacock. When is that supposed to air? What did they announce the air?
Tomorrow on Peacock.
after.
Did they say when that's going to drop?
I'm not sure exactly when, but it's just I know it's tomorrow. Speaking of Peacock, you know what I can't wait to start watching.
I can't wait to watch
Samoa
that.
Joe and Twisted Metal. That looks really
Adrenaline in my soul, something.
Oh my God! But you know what I really can't wait to
Cody
watch on
Rhodes.
Peacock is Samoa Joe and Twisted Metal.
Yeah, that I want to see. He plays Killjoy.
Who does?
He plays the fucking
in
clown.
it too.
Who's playing
Wait.
Killjoy?
Samoa Joe.
Oh, in the Twisted Metal movie?
Yes,
That's awesome.
Is it a movie or a show?
I think it's a series.
Oh, the series.
Yeah,
Right.
that's what it is.
So Joe's that? That's awesome.
Yep.
Good old Twisted Metal. Those are fun games.
But all right, I mean, are we good with WWE for now?
Is there anything else anyone wants to add on WWE's end?
I mean, unless we want to discuss SummerSlam.
You got Logan. You got that scrotum balls versus Ricochet.
Oh,
And
you talking about Logan Paul?
Scrotum balls, yes.
Scrotum balls. Yeah, he sucks. Fuck him.
I think we're on the agreement. Go Ricochet.
Yeah.
I think the smart thing to do is put Ricochet over on this one. I think the Vince thing to do would be Logan Paul, but you know. But I think the smart thing would be Ricochet.
Yep.
I think someone needs to sit Vince down and show him, okay, this is what it was like when you were in charge. This is what it was like when.
That's not going to happen because he's got too many yes men still working for him.
What are you
That's what I
like?
said.
I think like Triple H should just like, look, Vince, this is what happened when and this is when you were not. Which one do you think is working? Which one do you think is working? Because
Vince McMahon, damn it. That's what he's
all Vince McMahon has been doing is putting the great talented wrestlers out of work. That's all he's been doing.
Like I said, and why do you think you white love? He knew when Vince came back, the Ryder was going to be on the wall.
I mean, and then it's bad for these wrestlers too, because then they go to other promotions and then they get, and then it's like there's already too much going on, and then you become Miro.
Pretty much.
Miro.
Yeah, Miro was the great anyway.
I'd like to keep building on Miro. Would be nice. I mean, and then you have like Taya Valkyrie coming from.
No offense, but him fighting with Aaron Solo and QTV is not exactly going to do nothing for him.
Nope. All right. That was ridiculous.
Right.
The only way that would work is Hobbs versus Miro.
Yes.
If that's building to Hobbs versus Miro, then I'm signed up.
Yeah.
Ruby.
Oh, they finally said why Wardlow had to drop the TNT title.
Why?
Because remember how legitimately his car got broken into a few months ago? His passport got stolen, so he wouldn't be able to make those Canada shows. So that's why they had Luchasaurus win the title.
Oh, so that was real?
It was a visa
Yes.
thing. Yeah, I guess because his passport, his visa got all messed up. Yeah.
I mean, they made it seem like it was Hobbs, but it was. But yeah, that legit happened.
Because for that storyline to work, I mean, that made the storyline work.
Yeah.
Yes. I mean, unfortunately,
that was probably the last move they had to do to keep the storyline going, where they couldn't use him because of unfortunate real life events.
Road Dogg said on his show, and this was from months ago, but it was around the time where with Wardlow that that he felt like they were dropping the ball with Wardlow. You have this, unstoppable guy who's kind of like the new version of Goldberg almost.
Kinda, yeah.
And then
Ryback 2.
And kind of just
Ryback 2.
But I'm going to say this though. Remember, back in the '90s, Conan was one of the coolest dudes, one of the coolest wrestlers. Now he's become one of those guys that he said he would never become one of those hating asshole veterans.
I mean, another little bitch who hates on everything.
Yeah, I mean, this dude legitimately actually had the nerve. This dude legitimately actually had the nerve. Because he was talking about how he didn't like how Jay White was being booked in AEW. This dude legitimately actually had the nerve to put Disco Inferno in the same sentence as Rey Mysterio and Chris Jericho.
Speaking of Jay White being booked on AEW, what did you guys think of Jay White's appearance last night?
That was great. I had to admit, that was hilarious.
That was awesome. I didn't even see them bring it to the ring. And then out of nowhere, I just keep seeing this Jay.
No, I think they got it from underneath the ring. They found it was underneath the ring.
Because I just see it, I'm like, what the fuck? And I'm like, I just keep seeing Jay. I'm like, what the fuck? Okay, and then okay.
I love Jay White. Jay White is fantastic. I
love what they're doing with this group of the Bull Club.
It's actually not bad. It's getting better.
I like it. I mean, Juice Robinson's facial expression during the Guns little thing and in the entrance was awesome.
That was funny. Yeah, I enjoyed that.
See,
again,
these guys. Go ahead.
No, you were gonna say something. Go ahead.
All I'm gonna say is these guys are so underrated, and you got to watch their work. Just how
They're fantastic. They're all I love the Guns too. I think it's a great team. I think I'm all about Bullet Club Gold. It's
all right, but here's what I'm not all about. I'm not all about the true champion being on TV, wrestling for the tag champions, and some fucking cancer basically shitting all over the champ. I'm the real champ. I wasn't dead. No, fuckface. Tell me I'm telling lies when you're the asshole who let a reporter get to you and basically ruin the morale.
About this though, you got people who actually would agree with Punk, but if Thunder Rosa came out here doing the same shit, people would be bitching about it.
And
if Thunder Rosa was to come out here and do the same crap Punk's doing right now, everybody in their mother be bitching about it. But Punk is doing this okay. That's bullshit.
She's been doing Spanish announcing, and you see her face in the Collision intro, but haven't seen her wrestle yet.
I'm saying Thunder Rosa was to bring the women's championship out, saying, "Oh, I'm the real women's champion because I never lost it the way Punk's doing." Everybody and their mother would be hating on Thunder Rosa for it, but Punk is doing it is okay. That's bullshit.
It's not okay. And the fact that what is he defending, and why isn't MJF been what? Why am I being disrespected by this? This piece of shit. We need that. We need that because I don't feel like they're representing MJF as the proper champion right now. He's the fucking champion of the company, and I feel like he's being pushed aside right now for this cancer. He's the one wearing the gold right now, not the cancer. You just had this
He's
great
really starting to sound like a legit crybaby right now.
who?
Punk.
Punk? Yeah, he is a fucking crybaby. Oh well, I'm just trying to put this guy over. Oh yeah, but you still coming off like an asshole on TV. Whatever. Oh, you're gonna say, oh well, I'm putting these guys over. Yeah, but you still sound like an asshole on TV.
I mean, if you're gonna cut a promo, make sure you're accurate with your promo, please.
Why don't you guys talk about it? CM Punk is great.
He's
Yeah,
he's
okay.
too. He's,
Mr. Oh, if the
he's-
Devil showed this much fight, they would have made it out the first round. Newsflash, Punk, they did make it out the first round. If you're gonna
you're
hate on the
a
team, make sure
motherfucker.
it's accurate.
Then mention that you got stripped of the title. You say those words. You got stripped of the title.
He did not.
Oh, we didn't. So what did Tony?
Oh no,
so
he
Tony
definitely
Khan
did.
didn't go on TV and
He
say
got
that.
stripped when the freaking Elite got stripped.
So Tony Khan didn't go on TV and say that.
Nope.
You're fucking
Yeah,
delusional.
he definitely did. He definitely don't listen to Chuck. Chuck is just drinking too much of that Punk Kool-Aid.
Chuck is a fucking playing the delusional kayfabe heel right now.
Yeah, he's
That's
drinking
not
too much
what
of that Punk
happened.
Kool-Aid.
That's not what happened. That's what Chuck sounds like. Should we point out how like a YouTuber is trying to make claim that Christian Cage has been meeting with WWE officials?
Wait, what happened, Christian Cage?
So I saw today.
I can tell you right now, he's not going back there. Why do you think he left in the first place?
Yeah, I know, but
You can't wrestle anymore there.
this guy from Scammer Payback, that's the name of his channel, Pierogi, apparently had some footage of Christian Cage on his phone in public, and it said, but you don't see who he's eating with. It says Christian meeting with WWE officials.
It's people trying
And
to.
besides, that's a lie because that's called tampering, which is
Yeah,
WWE already said they're not doing that no more, especially with this MLW lawsuit going on right now.
which I actually was listening to from 4 months ago with Court Bauer and Chris Jericho.
Yeah, that's called tampering, which they could get in a lot of trouble for. I mean, I didn't even know that was a thing in professional wrestling, but apparently that is.
Wasn't there just something else out there that's saying WWE is not going to do this anymore?
Yeah.
That's what he's talking about.
I like this dude's channel because he's putting out awareness and making it harder for scammers to screw people out of their money and commit crimes. But stick to that and don't try to be some fucking wrestling mark and fucking start rumors.
Right.
Because that's where I feel like that is bullshit. Until it's proven.
No, that's definitely not happening. Christian ain't even know what's this because that's called tampering. And AEW's already locking down on that, so
Until we see evidence of that, it's people just trying to stir up shit. And I'm just enough. It's fucking enough. But anyway, back to the bullshit at hand. You're going to defend this, what's actually MJF's and not yours. You have no real claim to it, bitch, until you face MJF.
Hey, here's an X on his title. It's different than the world title.
I mean,
It is the
if you didn't want to get stripped of the title, you should just kept your damn mouth shut. How about that? How about you do that for once?
Exactly.
How about you learn how to shut the fuck up for once?
You guys are haters. I
Until Tony Khan.
I think you ain't talking.
I'm not
Until
a hater.
Tony Khan.
Yeah, that's a lie.
Not Rod. What have I ever
Decide-
hated up ever?
Oh, really? I don't think
Until
we got
Tony
enough time on
Khan
the show here to
decides-
discuss everything.
Whatever.
I'm not a hater, gentlemen. I am speaking truths about CM Punk, and he is
Yeah, right.
Until Tony Khan decides that there are definitely going to be 2 belts on TV.
he's gonna become the Collision champion, don't you know?
I'm pretty sure that's where they're going with it.
That's probably exactly where they're going with it. They're gonna do a brand split. It's going to be Dynamite.
Because that's original.
Yeah, exactly. Because,
I don't see why they should. I don't think. But let WWE do the brand. You know, it just let AEW needs to be AEW. WCW never did a brand split. They should have.
No.
Never did.
Well, WWE never did a brand split until WCW was bought out. So that tells you a lot right there.
And ECW. But I mean, technically, with the Ring of Honor, they are two separate brands. They need to be two separate brands. They need to be two separate brands. It's a matter of like figuring out how to make shit work. And if they have it down and we're just witnessing it, then that's what's happening.
I will give a credit though. Whoever's doing the booking down at Ring of Honor is doing a hell of a job. Those weekly episodes have been great.
They have been great, but we're still seeing Ring of Honor on AEW and AEW on Ring of Honor. The championships are about to be defended on AEW Dynamite 200th on the 200th episode, and I'm talking about the Ring of Honor titles.
Well, I'm okay with that because I got freaking Aussie Open, so I ain't complaining about that.
I feel it should be defended on a Ring of Honor show. Put an AEW title on that show. Let Ring of Honor be Ring of Honor and AEW be AEW.
I actually agree with that. But instead, we're getting AEW of Honor, which
means keep nobody off my fucking Saturday night show.
You love
okay, and who else is going to get to do it? Especially with Kevin Kelly freaking in Japan right now. Who else is going to get to do it?
Adhered to
Excalibur.
What?
Shivani ain't going to do. You're not going to overwork Shivani or Taz or Excalibur.
Put Excalibur on everything.
Yeah,
Excalibur makes everything enjoyable.
Yeah, I agree. He's good, but you're not going to overwork him like that.
My question is,
bring Matt Striker.
Like, when is Collision live?
He's in the contract at MLW right now.
Is Collision live?
MLW.
Who's in MLW?
Striker. He's a commentator at MLW.
Yeah, he is. I'm going to ask again. Is Collision live?
For the most part, yeah, it usually is.
So, because that... All right, that explains why you don't see Britt Baker on it, because I know her schedule as a dentist kind of...
Well, I think they're designing Collision to feature certain talents because there's just too many talents.
Yeah, exactly.
But it shouldn't be. But they shouldn't brand it like that. But it's good that they emphasize other guys. I think that's smart.
Do you think like Rampage is good where it's at, because that also showcases talent you don't get to see a lot either?
Rampage is okay.
I mean, it's an hour long, but I mean, it's good that Nyla Rose main evented.
AEW Friday night's main events. Great show.
Oh, don't get me started about like the freaking situation that happened with her a few weeks ago in my league.
Oh,
what? What?
I had to throw Drew out for being transphobic.
Stop with the transphobic bullshit.
Or you'll end up like that asshole we actually had on our show. Banned from the show.
Yeah,
Banned from the show.
We legit threw a freaking dude out because, so like in the group chat, somebody was posting a couple weeks ago about Blood and Guts, and the dude was hating on AEW. So the guy's like, okay, what did AEW ever do to you? Why don't you like AEW? And basically, he got mad because his friend was being transphobic, and they kicked him out, and they banned him from all the shows. I'm like, dude, your friend was being transphobic. He deserved to get banned.
Right.
He's like, oh, they took away his First Amendment rights. I'm like, no. Having an opinion to be like saying Henny in the Buck sucks. Calling Nyla Rose a man when she's clearly identifies as a woman, that's being transphobic.
The only way that could be taken differently is if you honestly don't know, but she outwardly appears and conducts herself.
No. He knew. They knew.
Like
No,
me messing up a pronoun, or one of us messing up a pronoun.
No, so then I was like, oh, so let me guess, you agree with what Rick Steiner did with Giselle Shaw too? He was like, yeah, and then that was the last straw right there. That was the last straw.
I don't get it.
Like,
I don't get
Nyla
Like, you
Rose
know, like when
is
Rick Steiner, and then I don't
fucking
know what the fuck
entertaining.
Russell Khan was thinking by even attempting to try to bring him back. And that piece of shit still wouldn't do a public apology. Fuck that piece of shit.
Wait, which piece of shit is this?
Rick Steiner.
Sounds like some Big Papa Pump ad lib shoot.
Russell Khan offered to bring him back if he did a public apology. He wouldn't do it. So fuck that piece of shit.
Remember people used to love Rick Steiner? Now you're like, oh, fuck him.
He was nice.
Well, I didn't know he was why I didn't know he was a transphobic piece of shit.
Rick Steiner was nice to me, and then yeah, that's bullshit.
No, that's not cool.
No.
Like you trying to embarrass yourself short like that? That's not no. You're a juice for that.
You think Braun's getting backlash for that?
I don't know.
No, they said he wasn't.
Because it shouldn't, it shouldn't affect like what other people in his family do. Should not affect him. Are you surprised that it was Rick who did all that?
I was.
I don't know. I see I mean, Scott Steiner's always the controversial one. Scott Steiner's the one who's always getting into some sort of trouble.
Oh, yeah.
Opening his mouth,
Yeah,
But
Big Papa Putts.
but Nyla Rose in the main event, I enjoyed it. I mean, I expected
Well,
her.
they always have good matches together. They got excellent chemistry.
They do. They definitely do.
I mean, if you really think about it, they really carried the women's division during the pandemic era with their matches they had.
I really feel like Nyla Rose didn't get her chance.
No, she didn't.
She barely held that title, and I think she should at least become the real TBS champion. Because she stole it from Jade, but she should be the real TBS champion. If they're not going to put one title on her, they should put another one on her. Oh, by the way, where's Vicky Guerrero been?
I don't know.
You didn't hear about what happened with her?
Go ahead, Rod, because no, I haven't.
All that crap that happened with her and her daughter, you didn't hear about?
No, what happened?
What happened?
Wow. Okay, so her middle daughter came out with saying that Vicky's new husband like freaking sexually assaulted her like on a cruise they was on. It was like this whole big story for like 2 months, and then like even Chavo was back in the middle daughter and stuff. So then freaking they took Vicky off TV until her contract ran out. They didn't renew her contract, so she's a free agent.
Oh, interesting.
But what does she have to do with that though? You know what I mean? Is that what affected it?
Because her daughter said her new husband sexually assaulted her, and Vicky was backing the husband.
Oh, okay.
Which made a lot of fans pissed off.
I didn't hear that part.
Hold on.
Okay, I didn't hear that part. I heard the assault. I didn't hear.
That's why they're now pushing Eddie Guerrero agendas in WWE so hard. Look, I love Eddie Guerrero. I'm not hating on Eddie Guerrero. That's not where this is going. But Travel Guerrero made a good point in the shoot. There's no reason to keep bringing Eddie Guerrero up in storylines. I get it, he's a legend, but let it be.
No, I get it, but the main reason why is because how close him and Ray was.
Right, but
well, how about it can't be helped that
where does LWA go really fit into this?
It doesn't, but Eddie Guerrero's son fits into it perfectly.
Oh God! Can we not go with that?
I mean,
he's got the mullet down to he's got the mullet down to his side.
Frog splash.
Oh my God!
The frog splash, the cheating.
Yeah.
If that's not an homage to Eddie, I don't know what is.
Right, exactly.
It's
I love Eddie. Look, I know I'm gonna get a lot of shit for this, but I'm gonna say it. I love Eddie Guerrero. I thought he was a great talent. The legend, absolutely. But he's definitely the Kurt Cobain of pro wrestling.
what do you mean by that?
I feel like he gets the recognition because he died so young and so tragically. If he didn't die so young and so tragically, he would have just been another wrestler that fizzled out over time. It would have been great. He would have had pushes again, but I feel like we wouldn't be discussing it the same way.
But
Same thing goes with Nirvana. I feel like Nirvana's the same. I think Nirvana's a great band. I'm not saying they're not, but I feel like had Kurt Cobain not died, the band would have fizzled out, and it would just world would have moved on. It would have been about the Foo Fighters.
I wonder, would the Foo Fighters have ever even
You
happened?
really are going to get
Yes, they
cursed
would
out
have.
for this.
Because I
When
would
I
think
view it,
Foo
you
Fighters
say that
would
you
have
really
still
are going to
happened.
get cursed out for this.
What?
RJ, Foo Fighters would have happened because I was reading something up that when they were done doing Nirvana rehearsals, Dave Grohl would be showing Kurt Cobain some Foo Fighters stuff he was writing on his own, and apparently Kurt Cobain was a real supporter of it. He really liked it.
Was it even? Did he even call it that, or was it just Dave Grohl's solo
It
stuff?
was Grohl solo stuff that became the Foo Fighters stuff. Like the stuff he was showing Kurt was the stuff that wound up being on that first record.
First album, yeah.
When he was technically himself, then he had the band after.
And that's kind of where Wolfgang Van Halen's going. But I mean, he likes doing the albums himself and then having the live band for that aspect. But that's kind of where he's going too. It seems.
Yeah, kind of the same thing. Yeah, no, I wasn't trying to hate on any of that. That wasn't where I was going. I'm just saying. I just feel like they overdo the Eddie Guerrero stuff sometimes, and I love Eddie Guerrero. I'm not hating on Eddie Guerrero at all. Like I love his matches. He's hilarious. One of the
Eddie Guerrero did a lot for the industry.
He did,
but
yeah,
you're right. But I mean, then let's talk about other wrestlers that passed on. No one's talking about no one's really even talking about Draws.
That's so sad too.
Yeah, very sad.
That is sad. And I was always a Draws guy too.
You puked on command?
What?
You puked on command?
Yeah, it was kind of cool.
I mean, let's face it, Draws kind of made Albert.
He did.
AKA A-Train, AKA Matt, whatever his name is.
Matt Bloom, AKA Tensai, whatever. Oh, he actually changed the angle. It's no longer the fan. It's just the ceiling now.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
I guess
with the little pointy things on top.
Yeah. Got to lay down. He can't hold the phone anymore. He's
You know what? Fine. Okay. Here we go.
Rod's all out of shape.
Pipe down, hater.
Okay. You guys want to see this now? Here, look at my fat belly.
I'm so glad I'm not looking at my phone right now. So
this is why I keep my camera angle the way I do, because no one wants to see my fat gut.
I'm just saying. I'm staring at a fucking fan and a ceiling.
There's
okay, well, I mean,
you're a talking fan now. Understand that. You're a talking fucking fan now.
Well, I'm always a talking fan, so.
Miss Rod, kayfabe strong, Fancock.
Where the fuck did we leave off?
We were talking about Vicky Guerrero and the whole allegations and how he's the husband and the molesting and all that weird shit.
Yeah.
Basically,
the reason I even brought her name up is because you haven't seen her on TV.
That sounds about right?
What?
Basically, Vicky Guerrero's husband's a piece of shit, and she's a piece of shit for supporting him. That's where we left it.
Sounds accurate to me.
And the Guerreros are a whole fucked up family over it right now. It's all up in arms. And there's a fan with a ceiling.
I feel bad for Shaw.
Me too.
Yeah.
You know, you have is Matt Reynolds still anywhere, or is he still with Impact?
He's still with Impact.
Oh, is he?
He's still commentating with him and the man formerly known as Tom Phillips.
Yeah, Tom Hannafin.
Yeah, that guy. But oh, what do you guys think of Not Renee?
What's that, Renee?
This Renee Paquette clone on WWE TV.
Oh, right.
This new backstage interviewer.
Oh, she sucks.
Yeah, Not Renee.
Oh, you talking about
That's
Megan Moran?
or Jackie something.
Jackie Redmond.
Yeah.
She also
AKA.
does like MLB and the NHL. She's also the host of freaking Smack Tour.
And she would. Because that's the thing.
Oh, you mean like Not Renee? There you go.
Oh, you mean how the who's the main ring announcer? Not Justin Roberts.
Oh my God, Samantha Arnold alone.
I can't stand. Well, you know what? She actually does something clever, and she gets away with it. The way she introduces Chelsea Green.
Yeah, that's actually fucking hilarious.
That is. I like that she does that because it's different.
True.
You know, we're going all over the place, and we were kind of. I love that Chelsea Green is getting the time she's, the TV time and the
talent that
title.
Triple H brought back that's actually getting made to do something.
She's getting utilized good now.
It's great. Just keep those titles on those two for a while.
Apparently, from what I read, that's exactly what's supposed to happen.
Good.
Like no more cups of coffee as far as the women's tag titles go. Finally, you realize since those titles have been brought back, all but two of the teams that won them have lost them in their first title defense.
Right.
Yeah, like the Liv and Raquel barely had them back. But truthfully, I feel like the tag titles belong
right now,
on those two.
the way they're booking with the tag title is proven it's proven Mercedes and Trinity right. That's all they're doing.
What? Who's right?
Naomi and Sasha Banks.
Yeah.
Oh,
They're proving right.
Oh, Trinity and Mercedes. Yeah.
Mercedes Moné.
Oh, she's injured, so I can't say anything. She's injured, right?
Yeah.
So how?
But you know what I will say? Where is this better than you Bebe angle going?
I'm excited to see where it's going. I'm enjoying it.
I got a feeling this was going to happen. Especially,
okay.
I heard he was backstage last night when they have the world title match with the two. I got a feeling Richard Holiday's going to come in and screw Cole, and that's when the turn's going to happen. That's when this is all going to end.
What was the name of their faction, MLW? They're going to kind of tease that faction.
Dynasty.
That's it. Yeah, Dynasty. I was trying to remember what it was.
The Dynasty. Well, if Richard Holiday and MJF are going to team up, huh?
Maybe.
I mean, that's possible. I mean, they did. He was backstage.
Does that mean Hammerstone's coming too?
I don't know. I mean, no, he just signed a new contract, so he ain't gonna be available for like another 3 years.
What about that Gino guy?
Medina?
Yeah, wasn't it?
I'm not sure what he's doing. I heard
not the announcer guy. There was another guy in Dynasty that they kicked out after MJ.
Gino Medina, right?
Oh, I guess that is him. I thought that was the name
right now.
Right.
Huh?
I haven't heard from him in like a minute.
I don't even know what the hell's going on in MLW anyway.
I'll stop following.
Right now,
only Rod does.
The finals for the Opera Cup is gonna be Davey Boy Smith against Hot Sauce Tracy Williams.
Interesting.
You did bring that up on the last show. You did bring that up.
Alex Kane is the new MLW World Champion.
You did bring that up on the last show.
You did mention that.
And now he's got it. And now at the next pay-per-view next in September, he's gonna be defending against Willie Mack.
Willie Mack, good old Willie Mack.
Doing anything
openweight champion. And Delmi Exo is the MLW Women's Champion and the WXW Women's Champion.
Why do I know that name?
The Sea Stars.
Oh, right. Which one is she?
She's the younger sister, but like the taller one.
She the one with the darker hair?
Yeah.
Okay, because her sister is or was or I don't know dating Layla Hirsch.
Yeah, that's Ashley. That's Ashley Fox.
Yeah. So yeah, they're yeah. Anyway,
Cool.
she is dating. I don't know, are they still together? I don't know.
No, I think they broke up, but
Oh, they did.
yeah.
Seems to happen a lot in wrestling. Either
Which was kind of weird because they both were like out injured literally at the same time.
Layla Hirsch on Ring of Honor is smart if she gets the title.
Right.
I
That match Mathena and Willow had was nuts.
on
Right.
MLW.
Yeah, no, at the pay-per-view.
Which what are we talking about?
Willow and Athena, the main event.
Willow versus Athena. I thought you said something else. Yeah. But I wonder what they're doing with Willow. Last night she did the run out.
And then this week, I believe next week on Collision is gonna be Statlander versus Mercedes for the TNT title. Excuse me, TBS championship.
Yeah, I was going to say, when was that rematch? Well, first of all, Mercedes never got her Ring of Honor rematch.
No, she didn't.
Nope.
But now they're turning her heel.
That was weird too. Like I knew something was gonna happen. Like they shook hands, and all of a sudden, and the second the match started, because shaking hands is a Ring of Honor thing, not an AEW thing. So the second that started,
got here too.
Oh God!
Oh,
too.
he said something really stupid yesterday, like Jubilee, something really dumb.
You always think that the only person that likes
always says
Rick Bonnie is Rod.
Ricka, nobody.
Rod, who's your favorite commentator in wrestling?
What's up?
Who's your favorite commentator in current wrestling? Any brand, any show.
It would be a cross between Shivani and Tom Hannafan.
Oh, the old WWE guy, Tom Phillips.
Shivani, I definitely think Shivani. You know what? For me, Taz, Shivani, and Excalibur are my guys.
You know what mine are besides Taz and Shivani and Excalibur? The Japanese commentators in New Japan, because everybody else sucks across the board.
Oh my God!
Let me ask you a question. Would you say that if you could?
What the hell is your beef with Chris Charlton?
Who?
What the hell is your beef with Chris Charlton?
Who?
The British guy.
The dude that be commentating with freaking
the guy
Kevin
that
Kelly.
commentates with Smelly and the other guy.
It's Kevin Kelly.
All of WWE's commentators are currently terrible. All of them.
I said Chris Charlton, the guy that be commentating with Kevin Kelly on New Japan.
He's a New Japan English commentator.
Kevin Kelly.
Yes, he's the guy that be translating what they be saying in Spanish, which is why I like it when he's on the show.
He's the British guy, Chuck.
Oh, on New Japan? No, he's fine. I'm only teasing. I'm being a ball buster. I thought he was talking about the guy in WWE, and then I was just hating all WWE commentators. I don't hate him. I just hate Kevin Kelly because he can't tell long-term stories.
It's Kozlov, the other one?
What?
Isn't it Kozlov, Kelly, and this Chris guy?
Yeah, actually, I like Alex Kozlov, too. He's pretty funny, actually. I like
he was a heel commentator for a while.
Yeah, well, he was a heel for many years in wrestling.
Didn't he team up with Romero at one point?
Yeah.
Yeah. What was the name of their team? I'll tell you.
Okay, what's going on with G1?
Weren't they like the Forever Hooligans or something?
Yes.
Hold on. What was their names?
That is the name. What happened with G1?
Right now, I'll give you guys an update on all the standings.
I will say this right now: only one person left in the G1 undefeated now.
Who?
That's the current world champion Sonata.
That was in first for all the blocks.
I'm staring at your fucking ceiling and Chuck's fucking head. The back
Oh
of
my
his head.
God.
What's wrong with you two?
Sorry, I was looking at something.
Excuse me. Okay.
Okay,
Okay.
Mr. Tidy Whiteys, calm the fuck down.
They're not. Oh, you want to see my tidy whities? I'll pull them out for you.
Ooh, sexy. Sexy,
You can see
sexy.
my hand going for my jeans. Look. Now, here, I'll annoy all of you now. Look at my belly. Look at my fat, disgusting belly.
James. So I keep my visual up here. No one wants to see this shit.
Yeah, that's what I said when you turned your fucking head and he put the fucking phone on the goddamn ceiling and we see his goddamn fan. Ooh, it's a spinny fan.
All right, but seriously, gentlemen. Right now, Sonata is in first across the board with 10 points. He has not lost yet. I hope he wins the G1 because I want to see him choose his opponent.
That'd be cool.
But right now, ranking behind for each block, in Block B, Will Ospreay and Okada are both tied with 8. In Block C, Evil and David Finlay both have 8. And in Block D, Cobb and Zack Sabre Jr. both have 8. That's where it's going right now. It's still early.
Has a champion ever won and chose his opponent?
I don't
No,
think so.
no. As far as I know, no.
I don't think so, no.
Because,
it'd be cool Sonata became the first though.
but would he be the one to choose the opponent, or is
Yeah,
He would choose
like,
his own opponent.
if you're the champion, you win the G1.
I don't
And
think
if he was to stay undefeated, yeah, he'd be able to choose because he wouldn't have to defend the rights to anybody because he's undefeated, so no one beat him.
So
But I
he's
will
going to go
say-
to Rocky and Ghetto and say, "This is the guy I want. This is what I want. This is what."
Yeah,
Yeah.
he could.
I'm sure they've discussed it. I'm sure if that's the case, I'm sure behind the scenes they've discussed it. Like, okay,
Yeah, I'm just saying, it's not like he's going to go up to like Dick Togo, be like, "Oh, I want to face Dick Togo at freaking Wrestle Kingdom."
that's not what New Japan does. But what I could see happening is I could see like in real life, like them discuss like Sonata, we want you to win G1. You're the champion. We like you. We have high hopes for you. You're gonna pick your opponent. Who would you want to wrestle? Kind of thing. And
That
then,
would be awesome, though.
you know who I heard wants a shot at the whoever's the IWGP champion is come Wrestle Kingdom, right?
what happened?
You know who I heard wants a shot at whoever the champion is come Wrestle Kingdom, right?
Who's that?
Mox.
Who?
Mox says he wants to face the champion at Wrestle Kingdom.
Interesting. Yeah, well then Moxley needs to get in line because he's not in the G1.
He's not. But Eddie is.
Yeah.
Eddie's been pretty impressive in the G1.
Yeah, he's doing it right now. He's at what? 6 points? Yeah, he's He's at 6. He's
You know what would be great as a heel if David Finlay chose Dick Togo. Because isn't Dick Togo is Dick Togo Bullet Club or House of Torture?
Yeah, but the thing is, though, Finlay would have to be champion to make that choice.
David Finlay.
You win the G1 and you're not the champion, you get a shot at the championship.
It was hypothetical, but no, in hypothetical it'd be Guido because that's who he's with now because that's who turned on what's his face.
I'm just saying, like, if Sonata is kind of a heel, right?
He's a tweener.
Yeah.
At best, yeah.
Because a heel move would be like, let's pick the weakest guy on the roster, and
Sonata would choose Taka Michinoku because he's the mouthpiece of just 5 guys. And Taka would just
have maybe Taka lay down for him, so right, exactly. Or if he didn't do that, he would choose a young lion to face.
Doesn't that make you just 5 guys? Doesn't that make you think of the burger franchise?
Yes, it does.
Before they even came out that restaurant, remember that one commercial they had?
Speaking of 5 Guys Burgers, I learned today that the original 5 Guys Burgers chain opened the year I was born, which makes us old because you guys are older than 5 Guys Burgers. Congratulations.
Wait, you were born in the 90s, right?
Born in the 80s, bro.
Oh.
Apparently the first Five Guys Burgers opened in 1986. I don't know where, but I heard that it opened in 1986. The first Panera in the country opened in 1987.
Cool.
Some older than Panera Bread. Go figure.
When did Subway open?
Probably 70s. Question.
When did Subway open? Like, when did the actual...
That's
Here,
I'm going to find out. Question. I'm going to be Mr. Wikipedia and find out for you guys. Or Mr. Google, as my girlfriend calls me.
Mr. Google.
Oh.
What did we touch on yet?
Doesn't fit most things. So it was founded in 1965, and so originally it was Pete Super Submarines, which opened in 65, but it was branded Subway in 1972. So the original company started in 1965, but the name brand started in 72.
Okay. Oh, then I'm younger than...
Subway, yes.
Exactly, you degenerate.
Still old.
You with your Scott Steiner math.
I'm just trying to think what else is going on in AEW. We talked about...
Scott Steiner's crooked math. In a weird, twisted way, it makes some sense.
Never made sense to me.
I understood it. I get what he's trying to say. Then again, I'm a Scott Steiner mark too, because I'm a mark for all the weird guys.
What do you think of the Dark Order trying to rebrand themselves?
Well, that was a huge win for them, man. Death Before Dishonor.
The Dark Order right now. It's funny because unlike AEW, they're kind of leaning towards being heels again, but they're still babyface on Ring of Honor, which I kind of like. But I feel like it's all going to intertwine. I have a feeling that they're going to ally with the Righteous. I just have a feeling we're getting the Righteous Order.
Oh, my microphone got muted.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's something I disagreed with.
What was that?
What?
Veda Von's
Vita
Rod
Von Star.
is back, but
Who?
yet she was used to job, not to join the Righteous.
Maybe she will now that she's back. But hey, freaking Trisha Dora's on a roll right now between her training at the New Japan Dojo and now joining the infantry.
Yeah.
I don't like Trisha Dora. Never
What?
did.
Sure.
I never liked Trisha Dora.
It's okay.
Trisha Dora is a beast, man. I love her for obvious reasons.
Trisha Jobber. Now she's actually winning matches, but I don't like her. I just don't like her.
I mean, I loved her in that freaking tournament, man. To crown the first ever ROH Women's Champion. You know,
Wasn't the
Athena's
first-
only like
First
2
of
more
all,
weeks
wasn't
away.
they, you said the first ever. So
Yeah, I
what
am
you're
Ring of
saying
Honor
is
Women's
Angelina
Champion,
Love
not Woman
was
of Honor. They're two totally different things. Not Woman of Honor, but the first ever Ring of Honor Women's Champion.
what was Angelina Love then?
Woman of Honor Champion.
Whatever. Yeah, the first Ring of Honor Women's Champion was a joke.
No, she wasn't, but that's besides the point.
Thank you, Deanna. Thank you, Deanna.
And then she got beat by Mercedes. Speaking of
Yes.
that, Athena's only like I think a couple of more weeks away from breaking Subi Sakai's record for the longest reigning women's champion out of either of the 2 championships in company history.
So Sakai was the Woman of Honor champion?
Yeah, she's the longest reigning of
Yeah,
either
she
one
did it for a while.
at 251 days. Athena's
Is
closing in on that.
Is Women of Honor what divas are to WWE?
Not
No, it's just totally.
Ring of Honor was like all the women that were in Ring of Honor in the original run of Ring of Honor, and it was
Yeah, like
I
Sumi,
remember
Diana, Tennille
women
Dashwood,
have the Ring of Honor title.
Kelly
Mandy
Klein,
Leon,
Jenny Rose,
Kelly,
Karen
Theodore.
Q.
Theodore.
By the way, what happened to the female Riccaboni?
She.
Who's gonna be talking about Veda Scott?
No, not Veda Scott. I like Veda Scott. The other one.
Did you know to be now?
That awful nerd, that man.
Oh
man
God, you don't freaking
Leone.
Kelly Kincaid alone.
Whatever. What happened to?
She's the ring announcer for Level Up.
That's right.
Oh,
That's why.
She's
That's why
the
there's
ring
no watch Level Up because no one does.
correspondent for Level Up.
Rod, this is why you know that because no one watches Level Up.
What now, hater?
Oh, Veda Scott wanted to be a part of the announce team on. She wanted to be a part of Ring of Honor, and she hasn't been yet. I want to see her back in Ring of Honor.
Every once in a while, she does strong shows.
New Japan. Well, yeah, but I'd like to see her in a more permanent position. No, I mean her husband's permanently right now on Impact. She should be somewhere. She's good, man. She's really good on the mic.
Impact. Boring.
Now, hater.
Speaking of boring, so I'm humoring myself.
You know, that was kind of stupid of them. They put the new women's champion in like a really pointless tag match.
Boring.
Hey, it's the build up Danny Lunar. I'm all for it.
Impact.
I mean, if it's obviously that started the promo of Deanna wanting her rematch. So,
Well, she'll get an emergence.
do you think who has more pay-per-views, WWE or Impact?
WWE.
I think they each have the WWE might beat them by one.
AEW barely has any. AEW barely has any, but I feel like they make up for it with their special shows on TV. Oh, Chuck, why don't you bring up what may be happening to AEW?
In which respect?
The streaming service?
Oh, it's my job. Okay. So apparently, yes, I saw a thing that this rumor, and I tagged you both in it for a reason because I know you're both excited. We might be getting AEW Plus World.
Yeah,
AEW
I saw that.
If that happens, fuck you, take my money.
Exactly.
I will.
Yeah.
If I have to drop Peacock to save money to get that, so be it.
I don't know if I can do that, but I would definitely still buy it.
If I had to drop, I mean, seriously, if you made me choose between Peacock and AEW streaming, I'd go for AEW.
What happened?
What happened?
Nothing.
Oh, you didn't hear? I said if I had to choose between WWE and AEW,
I figured.
Hell yes.
I figured.
What are you drinking, by the way?
Another beer.
Obviously, but what fucking beer are you drinking?
Hang on. It's a Montauk beer. It's called a Surf beer. It's a Golden Ale. Very light. The Surf beer, Montauk.
Can you bring out our favorite character today?
Which favorite character?
Chucky Drunky.
Oh God.
These aren't going to do it. They're too light. I have two left, and they're not going to do it.
You know what?
Light. They're not going to get me. They're not going to get me where you think it's going to get me.
You know what? Maybe we have to do this on a future show. I think all of us should just bring beers to our.
Let's set that up. So I purposely buy a 6-pack of the right beer for that. Chucky Drunky doesn't really is not from this. Too light.
I want the three of us to get drunk, hit record, and see what happens.
Rod's gonna have to guzzle like 18 Coors Lights to feel anything.
Pipe down.
Drink a real beer.
I drink the best beer. Stop hating.
That is incorrect.
I will
No,
say
it
this.
definitely isn't.
I will say this: the last beer that I actually drank was a Coors. It was cold and it tasted good because it was so damn cold, but not my usual beer of choice.
It's I like the Coors Banquet. That's good. That I like. I'll drink those while I watch like Yellowstone. That's actually good to watch, and I like doing that.
But I'm dead serious. Serious here, man. I'm dead serious.
We'll do a drunk episode. You want to do the drunkie?
I want to do
The drunkie episode.
Attention Wrestling Drunk Orders, or whatever.
Attention, drunken disorder.
Yes.
Oh, that's actually Ed, that's actually ADD, so that's clever. Look at you, genius.
Wasn't even trying.
But on these, yeah, these are like 4.5% alcohol, and I've only had 2, and there's 2 left. That's not gonna get the drunk that you think it's gonna get from me. I doubt that'll get mugs. They're too light. They're not gonna really cut it.
So it's the pre-show is about to start or has started. So I don't know.
No, 7 o'clock. So like, in basically a couple hours is going to start.
Oh, I thought you said 5.
No, 7.
I know that before the show, I'm going to be playing AW Fight Forever because that game is fantastic, gentlemen.
How is that? Do they have a GM mode?
No, it's a career mode, but it's cool though. It's
Well, you know what? I watched it. You know what I don't like? Why do they keep just having them go into random restaurants and eating?
That's just, I guess, food awareness. I don't know. I played through the career mode once so far. That's pretty much what it is. It's like you have like 4 preparations for your match each week. So it's like you can either exercise, you can eat at different cuisines, or do like you do like press conferences or like sightseeing. It's cheesy, but
do they have can you download Ethan Page?
Not yet. The only DLC so far is Matt Hardy, which I haven't downloaded yet.
See, there's a lot of wrestlers missing.
Oh yeah, no, there is. But the perk of it is, and I will say this is, Owen Hart's an unlockable.
I know that.
Paul White's an unlockable. And Brody Lee's an unlockable.
I know that. Yeah, I know.
But unlocking Paul White and Brody Lee is actually very difficult. Actually, I haven't unlocked either yet because I don't play it as much as you think. And it's like, for Brody Lee, you have to get put into one storyline, and it's like not guaranteed that you get placed in it in that mode. Usually, there's either the Dark Order story or the Death Triangle. I keep getting stuck in the Death Triangle one, so I haven't gotten the Dark Order one yet. So,
what will make Owen Hart no longer an unlockable, and what move will stop the Owen Hart Cup? I brought this up in a previous show. Let's see if you remember what I said.
What move would stop Owen Hart from being unlockable?
Tony would have to hire one specific person for.
Oh, yeah, no, I figured you were going with that. Do I have to say it?
If you don't, I will.
Okay, bro. You say it, bro.
Yeah, bro. Every other fucking word, bro.
Oh, God.
I know everything about wrestling, bro. Because I was the Attitude Era, bro.
I love tournaments, bro. Tournaments, bro. The Brawl for All was the best tournament, bro.
I still think what I think. I think that, he is the one who did it.
He unintentionally killed him. He didn't kill him purposely, but it was an act. But it was
not on purposely, but
of course it did, because that was his punishment.
His idea is what did it. His prop. He's the one.
They did that. You know why they did that too? Because in real life, he refused to do a love triangle with Jeff.
Yeah, I know that. I know.
That's why that all happened. Because he didn't want to do it. WWE's like, well, yeah, we're going to make you do the stupid Blue Blazer again. Never shock guy would have you come out through the rafters, and he didn't want.
If I remember, it was Vince Russo who like wrote in the pratfall, whatever they call it.
Yep. Yep.
I mean, it worked for frickin', but it's interesting. Like, was Don Callis lowered from the rafters before or after that?
Before. Because he was already at WWE by that point.
Okay. Because I was going to say that was a really ballsy decision to do after what happened to Owen.
No, it was before it because by then he was already at WWE. I think he was already doing Cyrus at ECW by then.
Okay.
I think, if I'm not mistaken, or it was around the same time.
But yeah, I think right now Owen Hart, the relationship with Martha Hart and AEW is pretty damn strong.
It's good.
But that would be the only. I think that would be the only move to ever. That or hire Triple H, or I don't know.
You know what's funny? Had Owen Hart never died, he probably would have been the game, not Triple H.
Why you say that?
Because originally I heard that gimmick was slated for Owen Hart, not Triple H.
I'm just
That would have
trying
been
to,
that would have been very interesting.
I'm just trying to see that in my head, like Owen Hart.
I agree. I think it's the idea, the concept is meant for Owen Hart, but I think they give it to Triple H because Owen Hart passed away. I mean, they both had the nose for it.
Such a degenerate.
I am not, Rod.
Oh, of course not.
I mean, you're going to give it to Sergeant Slaughter. He had a good shit on the competition.
Oh my god.
It's a miscarriage of justice, to quote Rod, that he was never heavyweight champion.
Who, Owen Hart?
Yeah.
He actually apparently won at a house show one time in like 95 or 97, but they like ended it right away. He won.
Kind of like what they did with the Rockers.
Yeah.
You mean like what they did with Chris Jericho on Raw?
Kind of, yeah. Kind of, yeah.
Where he had to give it back?
Win the title, but it wasn't recognized. Kind of like what they did with Chris Benoit on WCW, but then,
They did that. You know what else they did at a house show? Ludwig Borga was defeated by Lex Luger at every house show, and I saw one of those house shows, and yet on TV, it wasn't recognized. He was undefeated until Tatanka beat him, even though Lex Luger beat him clean at a house show.
Sid had that freaking undefeated streak when he first came back to WCW. He got beat at a bunch of house shows, but of course they didn't recognize it.
Who?
No, Sid.
Sid? Oh.
Well, they don't
remember when
recognize
he was trying to impersonate the Goldberg streak, and he was going around counting himself powerbombing people as victories. But then, like, if you look back in the history, like he got beat like on a bunch of house shows during that. But of course, since they were house shows, they didn't recognize it.
Right.
I don't know. A lot has changed now because people are winning titles at house shows, and they're being recognized.
Right.
Oh, how, and I was just randomly thinking, how Chris Jericho's been bringing back some of his old characters.
Sure.
Well, I'm waiting for a one-off, one night only Man of 1,001 holds or 1,004
holds. Get it right.
4 holds. Yeah, I corrected myself before you said it, but yeah, that I'd love to see.
But only if he calls out Stinko Malenko when he does it.
Oh my god!
Does anyone see why this is going to be speaking of like old agents who are wrestlers? Does anyone understand why this is called a face-off and not an actual match between Lynn and Harry?
Because it's not a match. It's not an official match.
Should be. I want to see if Lynn still can do it.
I bet you Lynn could still go. Jerry would.
Do you find it interesting that it was Jerry Lynn who came out, not Taz, leaving the?
Well, Taz's neck is bad. Taz can't wrestle anymore.
Sure you can. Why not?
I think
With his neck as bad as it is.
I think other than Taz saying, "Oh, I'm pissed off now," I think Taz is not shown like they haven't really shown the father and son. You know, like when it happened to Hook. I don't know. I feel like they should have had Taz do more when when this whole thing between those two started. Other than Taz making
Why do you
comments
think
from
Taz doesn't really get physically? The last thing Taz did to get physically involved in this was that time he put Cody in the freaking transmission.
Yep, I remember that.
Good
I
old
don't.
boy is a heel now, and it's great.
Jack Perry's a heel, yeah. Da, 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 da,
Oh,
da.
that music, yeah, no, they could have given better music than that though.
That might have been his idea.
I do miss the Baltimore theme, though. Tarzan Boy theme. That's a great song. I love Tarzan.
Yeah, but not anymore because that's not
it
the
doesn't
guy.
fit, I know, I get it. It doesn't fit the character. I'm just saying in general, it's a great theme.
Then you know what? Rehire Marco Stunt and let him run with it.
Right. Right.
Otherwise, there's no room for it right now.
No, there's not. No.
I've been waiting for Jack Perry to turn heel for years, like a couple of years now. 4 years old.
Said they had Christian Cage and Luchasaurus turn heel on that one, not him, which is silly.
Yeah, that is kind of WCW-ish though. Like, oh, they turned heel and Jungle Boy's and now all of a sudden now he's the bad guy. Now you have three heels that are not even connected with each other.
WWF did that in the Attitude Era too, though. Because Vince Russo, bro, swerves, bro. Everything was a swerve with Vince Russo. Everything.
Oh, so is he going to take credit for Swerve now?
Probably.
Where do you see
bro,
this?
I went to Vince and I told him he needs to be called Swerve, bro.
Where do you see this angle going now that AR Fox is with Swerve, and yet like
They probably had them go against Nick Wayne and Darby.
But here's the thing, and I don't know if I pointed this out already, but Moriarty had a heel turn. And look where that went. He's he's not really doing a hell of a lot. I mean, he's on Ring of Honor, but
right.
That heel turn lasted for that was his 15 minutes, man.
Lee Moriarty stinks.
He's good.
Stinks.
But
there goes Chuck hating again.
I'm not a hater. Stop this.
Yeah, okay.
I actually like Lee Moriarty as a heel.
As a heel?
Yeah. Yeah. I like him as an asshole.
Gentlemen, I don't really tell anything, so I was randomly watching the last episode of WC Nitro, and I was watching all the Misfit segments on Nitro. WCW was a shit show in 2001, and you can't even disagree with me, Rod.
WCW was a shit show for a while, yeah.
But the last one was, like, bad.
Yeah, I admit, because, yeah, no direction. I mean, they literally will write the show like a half hour before the show was supposed to go on the air.
That's not how you work a company.
I think when Russo was on there, it really became a shit show.
And unfortunately, they was on the network that didn't want wrestling anymore. So when Bischoff was about to buy the company with those investors he had backing him, they weren't going to sell it to him, but they weren't going to give him no TV time.
And the
company would have been worthless without no TV time. It would have been an independent promotion, basically.
Right. Because the company's not worth anything without the TV, and that was what he said in the Rod Small WCW.
Yeah.
His book too.
And this is well before the era of the streaming app. So today WCW would be doing great because on Fight
Man, you know, before we get fights,
still wouldn't be worth anything. But even if it was down, it was that way with the TV, it would still be worth nothing.
I gave something for people to be annoyed about now because I kept putting my hand in front and I realized I've been doing that. So now they could be annoyed at me. Anyway.
Now I'm going to do it. Touch the screen, people. Touch the screen.
All right. What else do we have to talk about? Did we go over a lot of
Pretty much everything.
We,
Tony Storm, I think, is facing who now?
Cheetah.
Cheetah, right. We did talk about that. I think, or did we forget anything?
I think we pretty much covered everything.
Oh, we didn't talk about Chuck's favorite show.
No one cares.
Or maybe we did.
We touched on basic subjects on the world of TN lame wrestling.
Are you tired,
Pipe
Chuck?
down, hater.
Because why'd you take a nap?
Because he's a hating ass bastard, that's why.
So I really think Josh Alexander should be the champion again.
I actually like Josh Alexander. I'm going to partake in this
I
conversation.
like Josh too, but let him win the title at like freaking Bound for Glory Son. Let Shelly have a couple more runs as champion before Josh gets it back. I want to make sure Josh's arm is okay before we just give him back the title.
I like Josh Alexander. He's a good talent.
He would be good at any promotion, honestly.
He'd be great anywhere. I love Josh Alexander. Put him in Alpha Academy. He'd be entertaining as hell.
Ethan Page would be more entertaining than him at Alpha Academy.
Ethan Page anywhere would be hilariously entertaining. Ethan Page.
Remember how Ethan Page was supposed to become the biggest star when the North broke up? Yeah, about that.
Wait, what?
How everybody's like, oh, Ethan Page was supposed to be the big star of the North when the North was broken up. But yeah, since the North is broken up, who's done more?
Ethan Page has done plenty on AEW.
How many titles has Ethan Page?
Okay, Rod.
Ethan Page been on?
Yeah.
Who's the name that people know more? Ethan Page or Josh Alexander?
Isn't that why Brandy freaking even said on a promo that the only reason why they got Ethan Page was to get Josh Alexander?
What?
Yeah, I
You
did.
remember that whole promo Brandy Rose said when Ethan Page was a part of freaking America Top Team? When she was like, "Oh, I don't know why you laughing. The only reason why we got you is because we wanted Josh Alexander."
You remember that? But even still, who'd they sign? Not Josh Alexander.
We're talking to a ceiling.
But at the same time though, Josh has been a world champion, multiple time world champion, one of the longest reigning X Division champion. What the hell is Ethan Page on the AEW that's been anything noteworthy?
Chuck, I hope you put the fan up at
anything noteworthy.
I'm waiting for the fan to come back up because I'm gonna get a snapshot.
Yeah, because that should be the thumbnail of.
I agree.
That's fine. Yeah, you want the fan to be a thumbnail. There you go.
Barely see it.
No, I got it.
Good.
Hang on. Go back to it. Hang on. Put it back. What are you doing?
Yeah, I'll give you a good view right there.
Perfection.
That's Rod Hancock's final form.
Perfection. And I'm calling this episode the Fancock.
So it was going to be Fancock versus Tidy Whiteys.
Oh, yes, it is. Because pay-per-view next week. Call 1-800-CENA-SUCKS. Get your...
Oh, that pipe down, hater.
Because you love John Cena. No one likes John Cena.
No one likes John Cena. And no one likes Rick and Nobody either.
Rod.
Oh my God, you hate on John Cena, but yeah, you're all about that cancer that's currently in AEW right now, though.
You and I already agree about that.
No, I'm talking to Chuck.
I already played the song, almost the entire song through while you guys were ranting about him. So we already touched on it.
Since Rod and I are on the same page on that one, Chuck, I think we have to give you something. Rod? Double close!
Fine.
Double close. I love that double clothesline.
This is my not amused face. This is
Yeah,
my
we all right.
All right. I'm losing steam unless you got something
yeah,
going.
I think we're
Done.
cooling down. I think we're cooling down, but
I think I'm at that. I'll wait. If I stare at the fan longer, maybe I'll be angry again. But
Oh my god.
I'm over the fan.
I don't know. I'm about to go. Yeah, because I need to go get something. I'm starving.
yeah, I want to go finish eating what I was eating.
All right, guys, let's put a pin in this one.
Hold on, we got NXT Great American Bash in a couple hours. By the time
Yep.
you watch this, it already aired.
Much
But
before it airs. I'm gonna
can't
try.
give you any spoilers though.
There are no spoilers here. We do not do spoilers because Fancock will have a stroke.
Pipe down over there, you degenerate.
Which is why I wonder if Fancock watched the remainder of our show last week that he wasn't a part of, where we spoiled everything.
Oh Lord. And I'm glad I didn't.
Well, hopefully you
Right,
watched.
it
You
happens.
caught up. You said you caught up.
Touche. You're right. Touche. All right.
Yeah, I'm caught up with everything pretty much except for like I just finished Money in the Bank today. I just gotta watch those 2 Impact pay-per-views, the Australian shows, the 2 New Japan Strong shows, and then I'm done.
Wow, dude, yeah, dude, just no, because you're gonna be way behind then, and I'm not gonna
Catch up.
I'm
Now
not
that
gonna hold.
what's the name? Now that I got everything caught up, it won't take me long.
Okay.
And the good thing is now that the playoffs are here, that's less scoring I gotta do. So that's more time I got now.
Oh, we're already on playoffs. I didn't you just
Yeah.
start the season like last week?
Mannix is gonna win. I'm rooting for Mannix. Team Mannix.
I'm on Mannix.
Let's go, Mannix.
Blah, blah,
Let's
blah, blah.
go, Mannix.
Who has to? Oh, the D'Angelo family's got to win
Yeah,
for
they
Mannix.
gotta win tonight.
Who's he up against?
They're up against
Alayla. Alayla's up by 3 right now, but she don't got no NXT people. So if the D'Angelo family wins, he advances. If they lose, he's done.
Damn.
My reaction time is like I'm boring right now, so I say we put a pin in it because I'm feeling boring right now.
I think we hit all the key points. I think we're just being ADD trained.
Yeah, seriously.
So-
I want to do the drunken show.
Next one is drunk, and we're gonna
Bring Dirk back. Bring
Rob?
Dirk.
stock up on Coors Light. RJ, stock up on whatever you have to stock up. I'll get the flower power. We'll be set.
All right. I want some Stone Cold IPA.
Get them. They're great.
All right.
Get the doubles. They're really.
If I can get to find some down here, I grab them too. But
Doubles.
find them down here, it's like finding a needle in a haystack.
That is true. It is hard to find them down here.
I'm very fortunate. The distributor right up the block has them.
Next
Good
time
for
I'm in
you.
New York, I'm gonna try to see if I can find some at Beer City or something.
If not, I'll get them for you.
Brewery over here, though. I
I'm
don't
sure
know
Beer
if
City has them now. All right, gentlemen, it's been a good one.
it is.
Yep. Enjoy Great American Bash tonight.
We'll hope everybody enjoys the NXT and all the SummerSlams next week. And as always,
Yep.
we are just
Two.
two.
Yep.